watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, rise and grind DMV first warn day due to the fact that today it's going to be cold outside, so make sure to bundle up. And that Arctic air is going to be sticking around, so keep it here. We'll have a full breakdown of today's forecast coming up.
And ahead this morning on DC News Now, seeking answers. A family wondering why it took so long to bring a young lifeguard out of the water after falling in a DC pool. We'll hear from the family of Jasmine Jefferson as they're remembering her life. Plus, 2 people arrested during protests in the district yesterday. We'll take a look back at the March for Gaza. But up first, we are coming up on 7 o'clock on this Saturday. We begin with this stunning live look over the Capitol, that golden hour, the sun coming up. It looks gorgeous. What it feels like, on the other hand, an entirely different situation. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here on DC News Now. I'm Tosin Fakile. We'll get to our top stories in just a few minutes. But first, Brittany, not only are we talking about cold today, we're talking about cold for the rest of the week, and some might be waking up to snow today. Yeah, so overall, it really feels like winter today. Winter is here. When you are heading out the door, make sure you are bundling up. A look at satellite and radar kind of showing you the overall picture. We are now starting to see some snow flurries work their way into the eastern panhandle of West Virginia, portions of Garrett County, and the extreme western part of Allegheny County. And it's all thanks to this Arctic front. This is slowly moving across the DMV. That's going to be producing some snow showers as we head through portions of your day today. And then it's also going to be dropping our temperatures. Temperature-wise, still very chilly across much of the DMV. We're talking about below freezing as you head further off to the west. 28 currently in Leesburg. We're sitting at 33 here in the nation's capital, holding on to the upper 30s there in Lexington Park. But then you factor in those wind chill values, it feels, or that temperature change is what I should say. We're about 16 degrees cooler right now than we were yesterday. 18 in Lexington Park, 12 as you head over there to Hagerstown. So keep it here. We'll talk more about that forecast in just a bit. All right, Brittany, thank you. And in case you missed it, it is cold out there. Communities across the country reporting nearly record-breaking lows. Check out this video on your left from Arizona. It got so cold, this person threw boiling water in the air, and it immediately turned into snow. On the right, whiteout conditions on the roads in Kansas. Meantime, right across the state line in Missouri, the Kansas City Chiefs and Miami Dolphins played the 4th coldest game in NFL history, a whopping 4 degrees. But with those wind chills, it felt like 27 below. Fans posting to social media showing their soft drinks exploding from the temps and immediately freezing. Meantime, the NFL postponed another game yesterday. The Bills-Steelers matchup was set to kick off in Buffalo, New York yesterday, but officials with the league rescheduled because they said there were too many travel hazards for fans. And back here in the DMV, take a look at this video in from Gravelly Point, just past Reagan Airport in Northern Virginia. You can see the wind really having its way with the planes coming in to land. It's cold out there, people. All right, 7:03, and yesterday marked 42 years since Air Florida Flight 90 crashed into the 14th Street Bridge heading into D.C. before plummeting into the frozen Potomac River. D.C. Fire and EMS sharing these photos from that tragic day. The accident took the lives of 70 passengers, 4 crew members, and 4 people on the 14th Street Bridge. Since 1982, the 14th Street Bridge has been renamed in honor of Arlen D. Williams, Jr., a passenger who survived the initial crash but repeatedly gave up his spot in line to be rescued to allow others to be saved first. And that's the sound of thousands of protesters that took to the nation's capital yesterday for the March for Gaza, calling for a ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war. The march was organized by the American Muslim Task Force for Palestine. Those protesters also calling for the U.S. to stop sending aid to Israel. Meantime, yesterday marked 100 days since the October 7 attacks in Israel that triggered this war. And we do know that at least 2 people were arrested at that rally. Officials say the 2 adults assaulted a police officer along Pennsylvania Avenue. They face disorderly conduct charges. You're coming up on 7:04 on this Sunday. Developing this morning, Prince George's County Police are investigating after a man was hit and killed by a car in Marlow Heights. It happened just before midnight last night along St. Barnabas Road. Police say when they arrived, they found a man lying in the street where they say he died. Police are still looking for the driver who hit him. Meantime, police in Montgomery County are investigating a crash that hurt 2 people in Rockville. This video showing that scene on Shady Grove Road near I-270 at about 6 o'clock last night. One of the 2 people hurt in the crash had to be rescued after being stuck in their car. Officials say they have non-life-threatening injuries. We'll keep you up to date as we learn more. Montgomery County Fire and Rescue Service say a person crashed into a fire hydrant yesterday, causing water to spew onto the roadway. Officials say it happened at the intersection of Hewitt Avenue and Bethpage Lane in Aspen Hill. Fire and EMS say the driver left the scene before they arrived. There were no reported injuries. In Alexandria, police say they responded to a second swatting incident in recent months. Swatting is when people make false threats to get police response. Alexandria police say officers responded last Wednesday to reports that a man shot his wife and was threatening suicide. It turned out to be a false report. Now, this comes just weeks after Judge Tanya Chutkin, the judge overseeing former President Trump's D.C. case, had her home swatted. Last year in Alexandria alone, police responded to 4 swatting calls. Police reminding people this morning that swatting is a crime. They say it drains resources and puts responders and the community at risk. Some major inconveniences for commuters this weekend. Closures and detours along Metro's blue, orange, and silver lines could derail your long weekend plans. Here's what you need to know. Now through Monday, the courthouse and Roslyn stations will be closed. That means buses will replace trains between Foggy Bottom and Arlington Cemetery on the blue line, as well as between Foggy Bottom and Clarendon on the orange and silver lines. On the red line, the Silver Spring station will be closed today. Again, buses will replace trains between Tacoma and Forest Glen stations. And looking ahead to tomorrow's holiday schedule, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, Metrobus will operate on a Saturday supplemental service schedule. Metro Rail will operate on a Saturday holiday schedule. Trains on the blue, orange, and silver lines will also have modified service because of planned weekend construction. Tomorrow is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, but some communities are starting their celebrations early. In Arlington, they're honoring MLK with a tribute event today. It includes a mix of music, dance, and spoken word performances from 5 to 6:30 p.m. at Wakefield High School. That event showcases Dr. King's life, and it is free to get in. Then tomorrow, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser inviting people out to the annual MLK Day Parade. The parade steps off at 11 a.m. at the Rise Demonstration Center. It's in partnership with the Coalition for Peace. This year's theme is Bending Towards Peace, Truth, and Justice. Tomorrow as well, Prince George's County is holding an MLK Day of Service. The event will support the Largo Landing Fellowship House, where residents were displaced by a fire in December. That starts at 10 a.m. at that center. Lunch and groceries will be provided to those who attend. And over in Montgomery County, they will kick off MLK Day with an annual birthday tribute and celebration. It starts at 4 p.m. tomorrow at the Music Center at the Strathmore. The Montgomery County Volunteer Center will also complete some community service projects, including Meals on Wheels, crafts for children in hospitals, and assembling hygiene bags. It is 7:07, and of course, the holiday is not just about remembering Martin Luther King Jr. Cherise Gomez of Living Local DMV got to catch up with his youngest daughter, Dr. Bernice King, on her father's legacy on this special holiday weekend.
We are back with global thought leader, peace advocate, and CEO of the King Center, Dr. Bernice A. King. Dr. King, first and foremost, I want to ask you, what does a day on and not a day off mean? I know I grew up hearing that constantly throughout my childhood and into my adulthood, but many people may not understand what that means.
Initially, when it was attached to the holiday, it was connected to my mother's efforts again to give some kind of uniformity to the holiday, so that whatever state you were in, there was something similar that would occur. And so they started looking at, how do we make this a national day of service? Mm-hmm. I think it was under President Clinton where that happened. So it means that on that particular day, we're not just going to be what we do with holidays. We take a day off and, do whatever we want to do. We go shopping or whatever. Now, people are still doing that. Let's be realistic. Right. But what she didn't want to happen is that it would lose its meaning and people would not be doing something in the spirit and in true honor of Dr. King. And so it's a day where people give, their time or their talent, resources to various service projects around the nation. And I pushed us a few years ago in my message to our audience here in Atlanta through our commemorative service that we're beyond a day on. It's now really a life on. Because Dr. King lived a certain way. I mean, his whole life was about serving humanity. And I think we can do the things that we do in life as our professional calling, but we can also have a heart towards serving humanity and always having an eye out and an ear out, eye out for seeing and an ear out for listening to things that might not quite be right in our world, and ensure that we are a person, who's participating and taking personal responsibility to intercede in some matters. You have to be very wise with some situations, but we connect with organizations that are doing the work to correct some of the injustices and inequities in our society. So I'd like to say a life on.
A life on.
Yeah, so each year when you're thinking about it, it's like every year, how at the beginning of the year we try to do something to improve ourselves.
Right.
Look at the King holiday as a measuring point. How am I doing in terms of helping to move forward the work of justice, equity, and freedom that Dr. King and them were doing in the 50s and 60s?
All right, your time now, 7:10 on this Sunday morning. If you are heading out the door today, just make sure you have the jacket on hand, because overall it's going to be a cold day out there. We're taking a quick look at radar, kind of showing you the wider view. We are starting to see some snow make its way into the western half of the United States. But notice as you head over to Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh right now, portions of Altoona, they're actually in snow squall warnings at this hour. And there's the potential for us to see some snow squalls this afternoon. So keep it here. We'll break down this forecast for you guys coming up.